Once again, the Brookings School District and tonight's sponsors, the Bobcat Backers and Clyde's Electric, welcome you to Bob, Joseph, Jen, and the second varsity game in tonight's ESD basketball doubleheader, where we have our visitors, the Kernels, taking on your hometown Brookings Bobcats. This contest is being conducted by the administration of Brookings High School under the guidance and regulation of the South Dakota High School Activities Association for the enjoyment and educational benefit of high school students. We ask that all in attendance take a moment for tonight's First Make and Trust sportsmanship message. There is nothing that takes high school sports to the next level as much as a fired up crowd. So please be loud, be proud, and be positive in support of your team. Also, please note that it is unacceptable to single out players, use offensive language, make obnoxious noises, or berate officials. And if that behavior is observed, you will be asked to leave. Let's have a good night and play some basketball. Anthem was sung prior to the girls' game earlier tonight, so let's meet the lineups for tonight's boys' game with our Avera Orthopedics starting lineups. First, we have the Kernels at guard number 0, a 6'5" senior, Colton Smith. At guard number 2, a 6' senior, Kenny Skinner. At guard number 5, a 6'5" a 6'2" junior, Owen Randall. And at center, number 40, a 6'6" sophomore, Owen Shelsky. The Kernels are coached by Mr. Riker Kreisfeld, who's assisted by Travis Salmonson, Chris Guru, Pat Moeller, Pat Larson, and Cole Weir. And now, for your Brookings Bobcats, let's meet our cheerleaders. We have Stella Anderson, Megan Cool, Tina Fiery, Alyssa Soltero, Nevaeh Hintz, Anthony Contron. Your Bobcat cheerleaders head coach is Jasmine Peterson. And now, before we meet the Bobcat starters through the generous organization and sponsorship of the Brookings Basketball Association, here are tonight's future Bobcats. First up, we have a second grader from Hillcrest Elementary, Nurez Nothing But Nets Niam. Nurez is a shooting guard whose favorite team is the Brookings Bobcats. He loves a cheesy pizza and hopes to be an engineer someday. Let's hear it for Nurez Nothing But Nets Niam. Next up, we have our starting power forward for the future Bobcats, Arthur the Man McClade. Arthur is a first grader from Victoria Elementary who loves the Bobcats and down in the plate of shrimp, broccoli, and noodles. But he was currently deciding between going pro and hoops or soccer, but leaning towards soccer. Ladies and gentlemen, Arthur the Man McClade. And here are your starters for the Brookings Bobcats. At guard, number 2, a 6'2" senior, Joel Hunter. At forward, number 5, a 6'2" senior, Joel Power. At guard, number 12, a 5'11" senior, Johnson.
On the front, black trim around the top of the jerseys, and then down the side, the black trim with the confetti or sprinkles, whatever you want to call them. Their new unis. Bergen-Tetzlaff set to jump it up here. And he'll be jumping it up against Colin Weir. 6'5 junior Colin Weir against 6'5 senior Bergen-Tetzlaff. Bobcats will be going left to right from my vantage point in the Dallas Cole press box here to start things off. The opening tip is controlled by the Mitchell Kernels. And as Kendon Skinner, he'll start things off. Man-to-man defense for the Bobcats. Skinner passes left wing now as they get it to, that's number 40, Owen Shelsky. We were told that the starting lineup might be different because of illness, and it looks like it is. Shelsky's in there, and they're missing somebody. I'll figure it out here in a moment. Pass back door, reverse layup, left short for Colin Weir, and the Bobcats come away with it. Right wing, Jones Hunnemer. Pass in the backcourt for Lease. And Tetzlaff takes it in the lane, almost lost his footing. Turnaround jump hook is going to go and run off the back of the rim, high into the air and through as he got it to go over Colin Weir. I think we are missing Lincoln Bottom. That's who we're missing. And the pass in the backcourt is going to be chased down and going to the floor for it. Tetzlaff couldn't come up with it. Coming away with it somehow is Rammel. He gets it across the timeline for Smith. Smith dribbles baseline. Goes in the backcourt for Skinner. Skinner back to Smith on the wing. Against Bauer. Dribbles into the lane. Tried to go back door. And taking it up and going to be fouled is Colin Weir as Tetzlaff went for the block. Got him with the body. That's going to be the first foul of the game for either team. It's on the shot, so to the line goes Colin Weir. First free throw is good for Weir. It is 2-1. Weir just a 40% free throw shooter coming in. And he misses the second one, rebounded by Tetzlaff. Weir averages just about 7.5 points per game as well. Lease in the backcourt is hounded by Weir. He dribbles, picks it up now on the wing. He's going to go in the corner for Johnson. Johnson pass in the backcourt for Lease. Lease against Weir out near the hash. Sweeps it through. It gets bumped in the back. That's going to be a foul on Colin Weir. That'll be the first for him. First for Mitchell. Bobcats ball. Take it out on the far sideline. I want to say thanks to Pepsi for being a sponsor of high school sports here. Lease will start the offense. Man-to-man defense for the Kernels. Lease spins in the backcourt. Got another contact, more contact. Tried to sell it, didn't get the call. Dribbles left wing in the backcourt for Hunnemer. Pass right wing for Bauer. A deep three. No good. Strong. Rebounded by Tetzlaff, and he'll be fouled as he went to take it back up. He'll be fouled on the floor. Let's see who they call the foul on here. It's going to go on Owen Shelsky, who is starting instead of Lincoln Bottom, 6'1 junior Lincoln Bottom. Coach Kreutzfeld said they had some illness going through the locker room. Get it into Tetzlaff, who dribbles down the center of the lane. He's going to be fouled. It's going to go on Colton Smith, who bodied him up. It'll be the first on Smith, the third already for the Kernels with 6:04 to go here in the first quarter. I want to say thanks to Active Heating for being a sponsor. You get in the corner for Hunnemer. He lobs it in for Tetzlaff, who's fouled on the entry pass. It's going to go against Shelsky, and that'll be his second. Coach Kreutzfeld and the Mitchell crowd not happy with that call. Looked like he got the ball clean, but he was leaning over the back and on the shoulder of Tetzlaff. Looked like the right call, and he'll have to sit down with two quick fouls. Coming in, Luke LeBrun, 6'4 senior forward, number 44. Lease will inbound underneath right side, gets it into Bauer, who puts a quick up quickly, and gets it blocked by Smith. Coming up with a loose ball as Tetzlaff in the corner, back out to Bauer. Johnson, a quick three, no good. Rebound is tapped, out of bounds. Last touched by Tetzlaff. Good hustle by Bergen-Tetzlaff. Knocked it away from Owen Rammel. It'll be Mitchell ball. 2-1 Brookings. 5:50 to go, first quarter here. Skinner will start the offense. Hands off for Weir near the right hash. Guarded by Hunnemer. Man-to-man defense for the Bobcats. Left wing for Smith. Smith dribbles, guarded by Bauer. Goes in the backcourt for Skinner. Passes right side for Weir on the wing. Down in the corner now they go. And that is for Rammel. Rammel dribbles out into the wing. Top of the key to Weir. Left wing swing for Skinner. Down on the baseline for Smith now. Smith backing down Bauer in the lane. Lost it on the way up. Gets it back though. Skinner somehow, or Smith does. Takes it into the lane and holds it high out. A little hook runner. Gets it to go over Tetzloff. It's 3-2 Mitchell. Quickly up to the other end. Taking it up is Lease. A lot of contact. No call. And it'll go to the other end. Rammel into the lane. Pump fakes. Spins, turnaround jumper, no good. Rebounded by Tetzloff out to Lease. Lease across the timeline into the lane, and he'll finally get a whistle. As there'll be a reach-in foul, and it's going to be on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up for Noah Lease. As the foul goes on Rammel, that'll be his first. They're already in the bonus as well. So that was the 5th for Mitchell, so it wouldn't have mattered. That's not been on the shot. So Noah Lease to the stripe. Has yet to score. And his first free throw rolls around and rolls off the front of the rim, no good. Noah Lease, a 71% free throw shooter on the year, averages just under 8 points per game. Jace Bauer sits down. Into the game for the first time, Gavin Smith. Second free throw for Lease, can tie it up at 3s. And short, no good. Rebound is grabbed by Rammel. He'll let it clear and bring it up for Mitchell. Inside 5 to play. Left wing pass now for number 21. That is Lincoln Bottom is in the game. He didn't start. They get it in the lane. A pump fake and a step through layup for Colin Weir is good, and it's 5-2 Mitchell. So Bottom is playing. He just didn't start. They get it in the corner for Tetzloff. Tetzloff dribbles into the lane, scoops it to Johnson. He's going to travel though first to Tetzloff, and they got that one right. Like he shuffled his feet just before the pass. Right idea though. 4:33 to go. First quarter. I want to say thanks to Right Angle Construction for being a sponsor. Bottom now dribbles, hands off right side for Weir. Left wing pass now for number 44, LeBrun. He goes for Rammel. They bounce it to Smith. Near the top of the key, drives down the left side of the lane, spins, drops it off. Split 2 defenders with the pass and gives it to Weir for an easy bucket. He's got 5 to match his jersey number to Weir. 7-2 Mitchell. In the corner, Huntemer hoists a 3. No good. Air-mailed, rebound. Last touched by Tetzloff. He thought it went off the leg of Luke LeBrun. I think he had a good argument. The referee was behind the play and didn't have a good angle at it. It goes back over to Mitchell. 4:04 to go. Mitchell with a 7-2 lead in the ball. I want to say thanks to Bose Construction for being a sponsor here. Bottom, hands off now for Rammel. Rammel, hesitation dribble, hands off for Bottom. Bottom dribbles to the elbow, picks it up, goes back door, and finds his teammate, number 44, LeBrun, Luke, who puts it up too strong off the side of the rim, and it comes away to Lease. Lease across the timeline to Smith. Right wing Johnson, down in the corner, a 3 is up, and airballed by Gavin Anderson, and the rebound comes down for LeBrun. Now Rammel presses it up to Bottom. Bottom dribbles through the lane, kicks it into the right corner for Weir. Now they go top of the key for Rammel. Left wing pass for Smith. Smith bounces it in the post for LeBrun. He dribbles, gets himself caught underneath the basket, kicks it in the corner for Smith. Smith dribbles. Fake spin, crosses over baseline, tries to split 2 defenders, reverse layup, no good. Nice move to the bucket, but no good. Rebounded by Tetzloff. And now Lease will bring it up for Brookings. Approaching 3 minutes to go, first quarter. 7-2 Mitchell. Lease leaves for Anderson. Anderson dribbles against Weir. Picks it up now. Passes left side for Lease, who has to save it in. And I was going to say it last touched by Mitchell. Lease had a nice hustle play. Saved it in. It went off the shin of Rammel out of bounds, and it stays with Brookings. Bauer back in. Andrew Haig in for the first time. Tetzloff and Johnson sit down. Andrew Haig, number 3, a 5'11 senior guard. We're going to get a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. 7-2, Mitchell with the lead. 2:55 to go, first quarter. Brookings ball when we come back. Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical South Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Anderson to inbound. He gets it into Lease to start things off for Brookings. 2:50 to go. First quarter, 7-2 Mitchell. Lease working against Bottom. Now he's working against Skinner. Pass the top of the key for Bauer, who's going to be fouled as he tried to drive. And I think it's going to go on Skinner. We'll await the official call here, and I'm wrong. That's why you wait. Rammel picks up his second. He's got 2, and Luke LeBrun, or excuse me, not Luke LeBrun. Owen Shelsky has 3, who's on the bench, the 6'6 sophomore. Jace Bauer steps to the stripe. He has yet to score, trying to cut into a 5-point lead. And his first free throw is good. Jace Bauer has not missed a free throw on the season. He stays perfect. Averages 3.5 points per game. Trying to cut it to a 3-point lead, and he does. They're both good, 7-4. First 2 points for Jace Bauer. Bringing it across is Skinner. Pass left wing for Weir. Looking in the post, nothing there in the corner. They get it to Carter McCormick, who tried to bounce it in the post to Smith, who's fouled on the entry pass. It's going to go on Bauer. Jace Bauer's first. Another 2 points for the Bobcats, by the way, for Tetzloff. They lob it in. Skinner goes to Smith. They try the alley-oop on the inbound pass. No good, but he'll be fouled. And who did the foul go on? I think it's a second quick one on Bauer, and it is. That one on the shot. So a couple free throws coming up for Smith. First one no good, short off the front of the rim. Colton Smith, a 61% free throw shooter on the season coming in. Back in Shelsky, or rather LeBrun, excuse me, number 44. He spells Carter McCormick. Jace Bauer sits down, and back in is Gavin Smith. Second free throw is good. It's 8-4. Mitchell, 2:25 to go. Haig in the corner, drives baseline, picks it up, and pivots. Now goes out for Smith. Smith dribbles onto the wing, passes to Lease in the backcourt. Right wing pass for Haig. Haig goes to Smith at the free throw line, back to Haig. Ball is tipped. They're going to say last touch by Smith. Smith thought Haig may have gotten a hand on it, or he was just trying to sell it for the referee, but does not buy it. It stays with the Bobcats. 16 on the shot clock. Haig inbound near sideline in front of Mitchell's bench. Gets it in the backcourt for Lease. Lease working against Weir. Dribbles, takes the handoff, gets it in the corner, pass in the backcourt for Anderson. Cross-court pass right side to Haig. Haig dribbles down the center of the lane now, picks it up, goes top of the key for Anderson to pump fakes, dribbles, kicks it out left wing, a deep 3 for Lease at the shot clock buzzer. No good. Anderson with the board, back out to Haig. Haig dribbles down the center of the lane, takes it up, left-handed scoop off the board in traffic, too strong, no good on the rebound. It'll be a foul against Brookings and go back to Mitchell. That's going to be, I think, 2 on Tetzloff, and it will be. 2 on Bergen Tetzloff. He'll have to sit down. Coming in is Jones Hunnemer. Back in for Mitchell, Carter McCormick, as Luke LeBrun sits down. 8-4, Mitchell with the lead and the ball. 1:45 to go here in the first quarter. I want to say thanks to Brookings Health System for being a sponsor. Left wing. Bottom going to hoist a deep 3. No good, strong. Rebounded on the far baseline by Weir. He dribbles, picks it up, goes in the backcourt to Skinner. Skinner dribbles down the left side of the lane, kicks it out to Bottom on the wing. Top of the key pass for McCormick, who swings it right side for Weir. McCormick, a lefty, goes back left wing for Bottom in the corner. Skinner for 3. Rolls one in. Kendon Skinner's first bucket. He's got 3. It's 11-4 Mitchell. Across the timeline pass to Hunnemer. Hunnemer dribbles to the elbow, kicks it to Anderson. Anderson picks up the dribble, goes in the corner for Hunnemer. Hunnemer to Haig near the left hash. Guarded by McCormick. Haig crosses over to the front court, picks it up, goes to Anderson. Left wing to Hunnemer. Hunnemer. Pass in the backcourt for Lease. Inside 10 on the shot clock now. Lease picks up the dribble, goes to Hunnemer. Left wing, 3. No good. Rebound tapped. Almost grabbed by Smith, and Weir comes away with it, gets it to Skinner. He'll bring it up for Mitchell. 35 on the clock. And there's about a 3-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. A little less, as they'll back it off here now and run the clock down for the first quarter. I want to say thanks to Anderson Insurance for being a sponsor here. Skinner passes to McCormick, left wing now for Bottom. Bottom goes in the corner for Skinner. Skinner in the lane. Dribbles, goes right wing for Weir. Weir dribbles baseline, pulls up with the buzzer just before the buzzer, the shot clock buzzer. And he's short on the jumper from 10, but he's fouled. And he'll go to the line to shoot a couple. Foul goes on Jones. Hunnemer is first. That one puts him in the bonus. It was on the shot anyway, so Weir to the line for a couple. First one is no good. Weir has 5 points, 2 rebounds on the night. Weir, a 40% free throw shooter coming in. Smith sits down. Back in LeBrun for Mitchell. 6.1 on the clock here. 11-4 the lead for Mitchell. Second free throw. It rolls around and drops for Weir. Hunnemer gets it into Lease. Lease up the left side. He's going to should have gotten the foul call, and now instead they'll say he stepped on the sideline. Lease is kind of putting his palms up like, of course I stepped on the sideline. I got pushed there, but no call came on the foul. So the ball goes back over to Mitchell. LeBrun sits down. In for the first time, number 20, Tyler Christensen, a 6-foot senior. A guard. So 2.2 on the clock. Mitchell. McCormick gets it into Skinner. Skinner across the timeline, throws it up at the buzzer, high off the backboard, no good. That'll take us to the end of the first. Mitchell leads 12-4. After one, it'll be Bobcats ball to start the second quarter in 60 seconds. Bobcats basketball, powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in South Dakota did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official?
Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Start of the second quarter. Bobcats ball. Jones Hunnemer to inbound, far sideline at half court. Gets it into Lease. He'll start the offense against Weir. Man-to-man defense for Mitchell. Lease goes left wing for Hunnemer. To Johnson, top of the key Bauer. He'll go right wing for Lease. Lease goes top of the key for Johnson. He'll swing it left wing for Hunnemer. Looking to try to swing it and get a lane to Tetzloff. Stolen away in the backcourt. Rammel takes it up to the other end. Left the layup short as Lease flew underneath him to take away a good look. And the Bobcats have it back. Left wing Lease. Dribbles in the lane. Takes it up strong. No good strong on the shot. Rebounded by Smith. He'll let it clear. And now give off for Skinner, who gives off for Rammel to start things off. 12-4 Mitchell. 7:15 to go second quarter. Left wing, it is Shelsky. They get it to the wing, and it's a three up and good for Rammel. His first bucket. And it's 15-4. Right wing, Hunnemer. Hesitation dribble to the baseline. Bounces it in the lane for Tetzloff, who takes it up strong. He's going to get the foul. It's going to be 3, I believe, on Owen Shelsky. And it will be. Mitchell crowd not liking the calls against Shelsky. Looked like the right call. Bodied him up. He'll have to sit down. Luke LeBrun will check back in. Noah Lease and Jones Hunnemer sit down for the Bobcats. Back in Andrew Haig and Gavin Anderson. Haig will inbound underneath right side. Gets it in the corner for Johnson. Left open from 3. Rolls one in. Rattles one in. First bucket for Johnson. One of the keys to the game for head coach Riker Kreutzfeldt was to not let him get going. We'll see if that does. A zone defense now for Brookings. Actually, it's a man-to-man. It looked like a zone for a second. They came out of it. Right wing LeBrun lobs it in for Weir. Back to LeBrun on the give and go, who has an easy bucket. Nice play for Mitchell. It's 17-7, Kernels. 6.5 to play second quarter. Haig goes top of the key for Bauer. Bauer goes right wing for Anderson. Looks in the post, nothing there. Double team on Tetzloff. Top of the key pass to Haig. Left side Johnson, down in the corner for Bauer. Bauer dribbles, goes baseline, pulls up from 15. The shot no good, strong. Rebound tapped and now grabbed by Skinner. Out ahead for Rammel, who has an easy bucket. No, he blew the layup. The stick back no good for Smith, and the Bobcats come away with it. Anderson presses up right side for Johnson, who can't hang on to it. It's through his hands out of bounds, off his hands, and back over to Mitchell. Bobcats catch a break on the missed layup and stick back, and they can't get the ball up to the other end. Six minutes to play, second quarter, 10-point lead for Mitchell, and they've got the ball, 17-7. Skinner picks it up, goes right wing for Weir. In the backcourt now Smith, who dribbles to the right wing, picks it up, bounces it in for Weir. Weir against Haig. Turnaround shot off the board, no good, strong rebound, batted around, Karam's into the far corner. Last touched by Mitchell. It's going to go over to Brookings. I want to say thanks to Brookings School District for being a sponsor here. 5:41 to go, second quarter, low scoring here, 17-7. Mitchell with the lead, Brookings with the ball. Haig will bring it across the timeline, guarded by Weir. Gets a pick from Tetzloff, dribbles to the right wing, picks it up, goes top of the keeper Johnson. A deep three, no good off the back of the rim. Rebound is grabbed, and they're going to call the foul on Tetzloff. He doesn't like the call, and I think he has a legitimate argument. Ball's anybody's. He didn't push anybody. There was a little contact, but both players were going for the ball. Picks up his third. That's big for the Bobcats. Bad and big. LeBrun sits down for Mitchell. Back in is Bottom. Checking back in for the Bobcats for Tetzloff was Hunnemer. Right wing, Skinner dribbles into the front court, gets it shut off, and goes back to Weir. Top of the key, Bottom lobs it in for Smith. He'll be fouled on the entry pass. I think that's going to be 3 on Jace Bauer, and it will. So Bauer and Tetzloff, 2 starters, both with 3 fouls. 5:10 to go in this second quarter. Checking in is going to be Hayden Jones for the Bobcats. The 6'3 freshman, number 32. And we're going to get a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. 5:10 to go. 17-7. Mitchell here in the second quarter. Bobcats basketball, powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
More and more these days, it feels like sports are losing out to hype. Who dissed who? Who signed the fattest contract? Who got busted for cheating? Lost 2 is the unique capacity sports have to inspire us, to unite us. Well, great news, sports fans. Sports are still being played for the right reasons. They're still as entertaining as they are character building. You just have to know where to find it. And you only have to look as far as your local South Dakota high school. You know, the place where the games are exciting. Concessions
Bobcats
are
basketball, powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby's Sports Bar and Grill. 5:10 to go, second quarter. 10-point lead for Mitchell. Out of the timeout, it is Skinner, Bottom, Rammel, Weir, and Smith. The Bobcats have not broken their huddle yet. Again, they've got 2 players in foul trouble. Jace Bauer and Bergen Tetzloff, each with 3. It'll be Hayden Jones, Jones Hunnemer, Gavin Anderson, Andrew Haig, and Drew Johnson for the Bobcats. Mitchell ball underneath. Smith, left side. He'll inbound. He gets it in the corner for Weir. Back to Smith in the post against Hunnemer. Dribbles, turned around, lost the ball on the way up. Good defense by Hunnemer. They're going to call the foul on the second time he got a hand on the ball. So it's going to go on Hunnemer. That'll be his second with 5:04 to go, and it's on the shot. So to the line for a couple goes Colton Smith. 3 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists on the afternoon, on the evening rather. First free throw is up and good. He is a 61% free throw shooter on the year. Averages just under or just over 19 points per game. He's got 4 now with that free throw, and it's an 11-point lead, 18-7. And he misses the second one. Rebounded by Hayden Jones on the rebound, and they're going to get Weir for a foul. It'll be his second. Brookings kind of saying turnabout is fair play. We've had a couple questionable calls on us. You can have one or two. Haig will bring it up and start things off for Brookings. Inside 5 to play, second quarter. Haig picks up the dribble. Passes left side of the backcourt for Anderson. Guarded by Rammel. Crosses over into the front court, all the way to the bucket in the block area. Kicks it out to Hunemer. To Johnson now. Johnson dribbles into the front court, goes in the corner for Hunemer. Hunemer dribbles out to the wing. Loses it, regathers it, picks it up, and goes for Johnson in the backcourt. Now left wing, Drew Johnson put up a wild shot as the shot clock was coming down. Smith out ahead now for Christensen, Tyler Christensen into the game. They get it to Smith out top of the key bottom. Pump fakes, dribbles, gets bodied up by Anderson. That'll be the first on Gavin Anderson. The fourth for the Bobcats, so no more to give after that one. And we've got 4:22 to play here in this first half. Still low scoring, an 11-point lead for Mitchell. I want to say thanks to Stony Brook Sweets for being a sponsor here. They get an inbound to Bottom, down in the corner to Rammel. Back out to Bottom, a three, nothing but net. Bottom has his first bucket, 21-7 Mitchell. Coming up on 4 to play, second quarter. Haig crosses over top the key, left wing pass for Anderson. Anderson looking into the post, trying to get it to Jones, and it's tipped away and stolen by Smith on the entry pass. Smith all the way up to the other end, takes it to the bucket, too strong, gets his own rebound. His putback is blocked out of bounds. Last touched by Brookings. Smith looking for a foul call, which doesn't come. Weir sits down. Back in, Carter McCormick. Sitting down, Andrew Haig into the game for the first time for the Bobcats. Number 43, Jennings Hunemer. 6'3" freshman, number 43. Left wing, Bottom. Pass in the corner. Rammel going to put up a three. No good. Weak side board grab by McCormick. In the backcourt for Bottom. Left side, Rammel. Bounces it in for Smith. Out top of the key for Bottom. Pump fakes, dribbles, pump fakes again. Goes right side for Christensen. Down in the corner, McCormick. Bounces into to Smith. Goes all the way across court, near corner, Bottom, a three. No good, strong. Rebounded by Hunemer. And he comes away with it. Hunemer brings it up. Pass in the corner, and he got too far out in front of Noah Lease. It's another turnover for the Bobcats. Their 7th of the game so far. No turnovers yet for the Mitchell Kernels.
Substitution, number 23, Andrew Hines.
Andrew Hines into the game for the first time as Jones Hunemer sits down. 3:20 to go, second quarter. Bottom starting things off. Time man-to-man defense. Pass right wing for Smith. No, actually it is a zone now. They keep switching it up on me. In the corner, Rammel for three, no good, strong. Rebounded by Johnson, and they're going to call a jump ball as there were players all over his arms. They just got that one wrong, and it's Mitchell's ball. Bad call. Missed it there, ref. Sorry, just did. And it's Mitchell ball underneath. Bottom. Left wing pass to McCormick, back to Bottom. Three from the corner, nothing but net. 24-7. As Mitchell takes advantage of a bad call by the referees. Lease in the backcourt, pass left side for Jones. It's tipped out of bounds, last touched by Rammel. I'm going to say they thought it hit Jones when it went out of bounds, but referees disagree. In the corner, they get it for Johnson. He lobs it in for Jennings. Hunemer takes it up. Smith blocks it. And Colton Smith will bring it up to the other end after he grabs the loose ball. He gets it into the corner. Three for Christensen, no good. Long rebound, tracked down by Lease. Lease takes it up, takes contact, no call. Gets it to go. Referees missing calls all over the court here. He got it to go somehow off the board. In the lane, Rammel. Runner goes with one hand. Rammel's got 5. It's 26-9. 2:20 to go, second quarter. I want to say thanks to Century 21 Krogman and Company. Jones dribbles, going to get a touchy call out top. All of a sudden, the referees decide to call a ticky-tack one. Third foul for Mitchell in the quarter. Bottom picks up his first. Bobcats trail 26-9, 2:10 to go, second quarter. Jones, left wing, goes for Lease. Lease pump fakes, holds onto it, guarded by Bottom, bounces it to Hunemer, Jennings Hunemer, left baseline. Jennings dribbles and tries to take it up and scooped it under the armpit of Smith. Short, no good off the rim, rebounded by Smith. Smith on the other end. Crosses over to the elbow in the lane in traffic. A runner goes. Smith took it into 3 defenders and got it to go. Smith has 6 and 7 rebounds, 2 assists as well. 28-9 Mitchell. We've got 1:40 to go, second quarter. Left wing Jones goes to Johnson. Back to Jones. Jones dribbles baseline. The runner for Hayden Jones airmails it. Rebounded by Smith. He's got his 8th rebound of the game. Smith left wing goes in the corner for Weir. Now to McCormick, left wing. Top of the key bottom who pump fakes. Dribbles in the lane. Drops it off for Rammel, who goes reverse layup and gets it to go off the board. And the Bobcats need a timeout. 30-9, 1:18 to go here in the second quarter. Bobcats take the timeout. We'll take it with them. Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in South Dakota. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Want to say thanks to Kelly Odegaard, Best Choice Real Estate, for being a sponsor. Bobcats ball out of the timeout. 30-9, Mitchell with the lead. 1:15 to play first half. Lease brings it across against Skinner. Dribbles to the left wing. Picks it up, goes top of the key. Jones going to hoist a 3. No good. Rebounded by Smith, his 9th. He dribbled it up to the other end. Passes to Skinner near the bottom of the circle. Left wing pass bottom. Down toward the corner. They get it to Christensen. Left baseline to Smith. Trying to back down. Jennings-Hunnemer. Dribble, spins, takes it underneath the hoop. Got caught in the air, kicks it in the corner. Smith airballs a 3. No good. McCormick with the rebound. Gets it to Smith in the corner. And they have it back. 10 on the shot clock. Top of the key, McCormick. Left wing. And bottom puts up the 3 in and out. No good. Rebounded by Lease. Lease up ahead for Hunnemer. Jennings gets it stolen away by Bottom. Bottom up on the other end, lobs it up for Smith. Tried the alley-oop dunk pass, no good. Rebounded by Lease. Out ahead for Jones, who is going to be fouled by Skinner. That'll be the first on Skinner, the 4th of the half, or the second quarter rather, for Mitchell. And it's going to be Bobcats ball. Shot clock is off, 23.4 seconds on the clock. Checking back in, Luke LeBrun. And sitting down is going to be Christensen, Tyler Christensen. Bobcats can hold for a 1 here if they like, trailing by 21, 30-9. Hines gets it in for Johnson. Back to Hines. He'll start the offense. Andrew Hines. Left wing pass for Jones. In the backcourt for Johnson. Inside 15. Pass release, bottom of the circle. 10 on the clock. Looking for a pick. He'll dribble. Gets a pick from Jennings-Hunnemer. Picks it up on the wing. Goes top of the key for Hines. Hines dribbles. Goes to Lease. Lease pump fakes. Dribbles. Straightaway 3 at the buzzer from 23. No good. And it is 30-9 at halftime. Mitchell takes in the lead against the Brookings Bobcats. And we'll just go right to head coach of the Brookings girls, Mitch McClagan. 50-20 the final on that one. Coach, it seemed like some of the turnovers reared their head again on you in this game, and that was one of the keys of the game, I know, for you going in.
Yeah, and give Mitchell credit first. They played a lot harder than us. They were tougher than us, which led to some of those turnovers. You
And I don't know if you can give an update on Macy even. It obviously didn't look great, the injury, but hopefully it's not as bad as it looked. I don't know if you can.
She means a lot to our program. And obviously it's right.
Yeah.
We hope and we pray. We're going to get this. But, best case scenario, we get her back in a couple of weeks. What she has done this spring, someone that does things right. A kid that this year has wanted to do things right. She practiced right. She has done everything that we've asked her. So our job as coaches to get our players out, but our players, they're we're gonna have to get better. Right now, we're not very good with Mason or without Mason. So we're gonna have to find a way to get better. He did some really nice things. There were periods of time that he did really well. Give Sloan a lot of credit. She was really good that night. She played her best game of the night. Got us in their offense. But right now, you mentioned the turnovers. I'm thinking the offensive rebounds we gave up. The fact that they play hard right now, we're starting very good. It's our job as coaches. We're throwing the lights out, right? It's gonna get back. We're gonna get back to a lot of the early stages of basketball where we are really, really working fundamentals that high school teams are working with fundamentals for the season. That's gonna be our job. We have got to take the turnover back first, and then make sure we get that.
And it's not easy. You've got a couple of days off here, and I think you guys are probably off Monday as well from school, but a tough one on Tuesday, too. Huron is always a tough out.
You know, I tell you, we really liked when we were tonight, and Metro punched us in the face, and we didn't respond very well. You're right, we have 3 games next week, and it's more than likely we were without our best player, our court leader, our rock, and so it's going to take some toughness too. The fundamentals, we're probably not going to be able to fix the fundamentals over a couple of days, right? It's going to take some time, but that toughness piece is what we got to see more toughness next Tuesday.
Coach, I appreciate your time. Head coach of the Brookings Bobcats girls, Mitch McClagan. Appreciate him joining us here during the halftime of the boys' game. Again, the final in the girls' game was 50-20. We'll take another break, or we'll take a break here, and we'll be back with the first half stats for the boys' game coming up next. The Bobcats boys trail at halftime 30-9 to Mitchell. Back in 2 minutes. Bobcats basketball, powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
special shout out to tonight's sponsor, Kernels Electric. Since 1978, Kernels Electric has proudly served the Brookings community for our residential, commercial, and industrial.
They shot just 14% from the field. They're going to obviously want to shoot a lot better in the second half, and they shot 10% from the free throw line in that first half. Obviously, want to improve on both of those, and could certainly improve from the free throw line as well. They shot just 50% from the free throw line in that first half. So the Bobcats want to shoot better, want to get that shooting percentage way up here in the second half. We'll take another break. Back in 2 minutes with the second half. The Bobcats trail Mitchell 30-9. Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Yikes. From my vantage point here in the Dallas Cole press box. And Jones Hunnemer will inbound it to Lease. And each team starting the way they started the game. Lease to start things off. Passes right wing for Tetzloff. Tetzloff dribbles, hands off for Johnson. Johnson dribbling, picks it up, goes top of the key for Lease. Lease bounces it in for Tetzloff, left elbow. Tetzloff dribbles into traffic, kicks it out right wing. Bauer for three, no good. Rebound grabbed by Tetzloff. He tried to save it in off of a Mitchell Kernel, missed everybody, and just throws it hard into the Mitchell bench, the near sideline. Pulled his head, missed his target. Kernel's ball, they'll inbound it near sideline right in front of the bench. And it sounds like we had some technical difficulties with Mitch McClagan's mic at halftime. I apologize for that. He was almost emotional talking about Macy even. They get it into Smith, turnaround shot, no good. Strong rebound, and the putback is no good for Shelsky. Gets his own rebound, passing the backcourt for Rammel. Rammel gives for Skinner. Skinner loses it in the lane to Bauer, who saves it in, right back to Skinner, and they get it around the horn in the corner. Rammel for three, no good. Weak side rebound. Smith couldn't corral it. Skinner comes up with it and goes to Weir. Coach Kreutzfeldt saying, hold up here. Let's gather ourselves. Left elbow pass for Shelsky. Back to the basket, goes in the corner for Rammel. In the post to Smith, who had good position against Bauer, and then they call the foul against Johnson, who looks very confused, as am I. He wasn't within a foot of the play or touching the Kernels player Colton Smith, and they call the foul on Drew Johnson. First foul for Drew, and it's a three-point play for Shelsky as he knocks down the free throw, 33-9. It has been a tough night, I'll just say, for the referees. Left wing, Lease all the way to the bucket, and he's going to be fouled as he went up. And it's going to go against Weir. That'll be his third. It's on the shot, so Lease will shoot a couple here. Lease has 2 points, 4 rebounds on the night. Noah Lease, a 71% free throw shooter on the season coming into tonight's game. I want to say thanks to Pepsi for being a sponsor of high school sports here. First free throw is good for Noah Lease. That makes it 33-10. Lease, second free throw, can make it 33-11. And does. Hits them both. Smith inbounds to Skinner, who's going to bring it up for Mitchell as he looks over to Coach Riker Kreutzfeldt for some instruction. Skinner passes left wing for Rammel. Rammel dribbles into the front court, picks it up, goes in the backcourt for Skinner. Right wing swing to Weir, top of the key Smith, left side to Skinner, left corner Rammel, whose entry pass into the post is going to be to Shelsky, and he'll be fouled. I think that's going to be 4 on Tetzlaff. It is 4 on Bergen Tetzlaff. He's got 2 points, 5 rebounds. He's going to have to sit down here. Jennings Hunnemer checking back in.
Substitution number 43,
That's not where the Bobcats want Bergen Tetzlaff on the bench. Skinner goes in the backcourt for Rammel. Dribbles into the lane, loses his footing, lost the ball. Wanted the foul call, doesn't come. Jennings Hunnemer comes up with it, gets it to Lease. Lease down the center of the lane, takes it up, scoops it with the left hand, left it short, rebound by Shelsky, and he'll give off for Skinner, who goes to Smith, who brings it across the timeline. Smith shimmies to the free throw line, goes in the corner for Weir, back to Smith. Looks in the post, tried to pass it into the post, tipped away by Bauer, now grabbed by Johnson. Johnson has a layup on the other end, and the Bobcats will cut it to 20, 33-13. 5 points now for Drew Johnson. He leads the way for the Bobcats. 5:45 to go, third quarter. Left wing, Weir. Holds, dribbles now, picks it up, goes in the corner for Skinner. Skinner looking to lob it into the post, and he does, but it's stolen away by Lease on the help defense as he tried to get it to Shelsky. Lease past the right side for Johnson. Johnson dribbles to the wing, hands off for Hunnemer. Hunnemer dribbles top of the key. Back to Lease, left wing. He'll hand off for Johnson. Johnson could have put up a deep three. No good off the front of the rim. Rebound tipped out into the backcourt, off of somebody's foot. Hunnemer steps into a three. No good. Rebound by Weir, and we're going to get a whistle as Coach Kreutzfeldt doesn't like how things are going on the floor right now. He'll take a timeout. 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick one with them. 33-13, Mitchell with the lead. 5:10 to go in the third quarter. Mitchell ball when we come back. Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical South Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Mitchell ball out of the timeout. They lead 33-13. 5:10 to go here in the third quarter. Bergen Tetzlaff has been on the bench most of the night. He's got 4 fouls. Probably won't see him until the fourth quarter. Left elbow pass for Shelsky. He gives off for Rammel. Rammel dribbles top of the key. Pass left wing for Smith. Passes to Skinner to the elbow. Back to Smith on the wing. Goes all the way into the near corner for Rammel. Pass top of the key for Smith. To the elbow for Shelsky. Shelsky faces up, goes back door, intended for Smith, and he had looked away, and it goes out of bounds back over to Brookings. So Mitchell did not have any turnovers at halftime. They've got 5 here in the third quarter. 4:40 to go. Lease to start things off. Passes top of the key for Bauer. Dribbles, left wing, pulls up from 18, left it short. Off the rim, rebounded by Jennings Hunnemer. Out to Johnson for 3. Yes! Drew Johnson has 8. And it's 33-16, and we've got a whistle. I'm waiting to see what's going on here. And it's a foul on Shelsky. It must have been after the shot because he picked it up. It's his 4th. He'll have to sit down as well. We'll see a bunch of subs here for the Mitchell Kernels. Luke LeBrun in there. Jacob Ebert in for the first time. Tyler Christensen in. Lincoln Bottom. And also, who am I missing? Carter McCormick. Right wing, a 3 for Lease, no good. Rebounded by McCormick. Would have cut it to 14. 4:15 to play here. Left wing now. That is Ebert. Bounces it on the baseline for LeBrun. LeBrun against Jennings Hunnemer. Top of the key for Bottom. Bottom dribbles, picks it up, goes in the corner for Ebert, who dribbles out on the wing. Now goes to LeBrun, top of the key. Right wing McCormick, the lefty, a deep 3. No good. Rebound tapped into the near corner, grabbed by Johnson. And he'll get it to Lease. Lease goes out ahead for Bauer. Bauer gives back to Hunnemer. Hunnemer to the elbow. Kicks it out into the left wing. It's tipped out of bounds, though, by McCormick. Intended for Johnson. And the Bobcats will have the ball. 3:47 to go. We've got Gavin Anderson in, Jace Bauer sitting down, Drew Johnson sitting down, and Hayden Jones back in. Haig in there as well. The young guys in there for the Bobcats. Going to look and see what they've got here. Dribbling left baseline, Anderson goes out in the corner for Jennings. Jennings Hunnemer goes to Smith. Haig now in the lane, and he gets the travel call. Again, tough night for the Zebras. This has been a tough night for them. How do you travel when you're dribbling? I'm confused. Left wing. They go top of the key for Bottom. Bottom goes to LeBrun near the elbow. Pass right wing now for Bottom. Bottom crosses over to the front court in the lane. Pulls up. Got it blocked, I believe, by Gavin Smith. Haig comes away with it. Haig will bring it up. Picks it up. Goes right wing for Anderson. Anderson dribbles. He goes for Jones. Jones pulls up 18 feet straight away and knocks down the jumper. First bucket for Hayden Jones. That cuts it to 15. Inside 3 to play, third quarter. The young guys in for Brookings try to provide a spark. I want to say thanks to Active Heating for being a sponsor. Left wing Bottom picks up the dribble, goes to LeBrun, top of the key. Left corner. 3 up and no good for Christensen. Long rebound grab by Ebert. Gives for Bottom, a fresh 35 for the Kernels. Coming up on 2.5 to play. Christensen goes left wing now for Ebert. Ebert goes top of the key for Christensen. He'll hoist a 3. No good. Air ball out of bounds. Back over to Brookings. 2:26 to go. Drew Johnson back in for the Bobcats. Gavin Smith will sit down. So the Bobcats ball. Haig will bring it up and start things off. I want to say thanks to Right Angle Construction for being a sponsor. Haig goes to Jones. Jones dribbles to the right elbow. Kicks it in the corner for Anderson. Back out to Haig. Haig dribbles to the free throw line. Picks it up. Goes to Drew Johnson. Johnson goes right side for Anderson. In the corner for Jones. Going to hoist a 3. No good short. Rebound by Haig. Saved it in off of the arm of Weir for Mitchell. It stays with the Bobcats. They'll have a fresh 35 and take it out underneath. 2:03 to go, third quarter. I want to say thanks to Bose Construction for being a sponsor. Anderson will take it out underneath, right side. Looking to inbound. He's going to have to get it in here. He's going to have the 5-second call. And he does get the 5-second call. It goes back over to Mitchell. Bobcats had a chance to cut into a 15-point lead there and are unable to get the ball inbounds. 2 minutes to play, third quarter. Mitchell with the 15-point lead in the ball. Right baseline pass to Smith. Dribbles, goes out left wing. Wide open 3 for McCormick. Rolls in and out, no good. Smith with the rebound. No good on the putback, but he'll be fouled and have a couple free throws. It's going to go on Jennings Hunnemer or Hayden Jones. Awaiting the official call here, and they called on Gavin Anderson. So, nope, not on either one of those players. 2 for Anderson. The third for the Bobcats. First free throw is no good for Colton Smith. He's got 9 points, 11 rebounds. Can have a double-double if he hits the second free throw. Colton Smith, a 61% free throw shooter, misses them both. The Bobcats have it back. Hines across the timeline for Anderson. Anderson crosses over, goes left baseline. Try to kick it in the corner, and he'll be fouled. It's going to go on Rammel. That'll be his third. Should wait for the official call as many as I get these wrong, but I'm pretty sure that one was on Rammel, and it is. It's the third of the quarter for Mitchell. Underneath Hines, left side, he'll inbound. Gets it in the corner for Johnson. Into the post for Jennings-Hunnemer. Dribbles, goes out right wing for Hines. Top of the key, Johnson. Left wing, Anderson. Cross court, right side for Hines. The lefty puts up a three, knocks it down. Cuts it to 12. 33-21, a minute 25 to go third quarter. The Bobcats trying to hang around here. Smith, right wing. Goes in the corner for Weir. Weir dribbles to the elbow. Kicks it out top of the key. Pump fake from bottom. Dribbles in the lane. Gets it swiped away by Hines on the way up. Jones comes away with a loose ball. And the Bobcats have it back. Trying to cut it into a single-digit lead. Hines from three on the left wing. No good. Rebounded by Smith. Smith across the timeline. Crosses over, baseline, takes it up, and got himself into some trouble. Gets bailed out with a call. It's going to go on Jennings-Hunnemer, I believe. And it will. That'll be his first. It's on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up for Colton Smith. He missed his previous 2. Not a very good free throw shooter, just 61% on the year. Well, Bobcats can't feel too bad about putting him on the line. First one is up off the back of the rim, almost in and back out. Exciting free throw, no good. Jones-Hunnemer checking back in. Jennings-Hunnemer sits down. Older brother checks in for younger brother. It remains a 12-point game, 56.9 seconds to go. Third quarter. I want to say thanks to Brookings Health System for being a sponsor here. Second free throw for Smith. He struggled from the line tonight. It rolls off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Jones-Hunnemer. Hunnemer quickly up to the other end, all the way to the basket, takes it up, gets it to go, and the foul. Jones-Hunnemer, a chance to finish off the old-fashioned three from the stripe, and he can make it a single-digit lead for the Kernels. 33-23 with that bucket, 50.5 to go. First basket for Jones-Hunnemer. McCormick sits down, Skinner back in for Mitchell. Bobcats down by 10, climbing back in this one here. They've been down by as many as 21. And the free throw is good for Hunnemer. It's a 9-point game. 33-24. Gavin Smith checks back in for Brookings. Gavin Anderson sits down. Weir will inbound. Rammel will start things off for Mitchell. Man-to-man defense for the Bobcats. Left wing pass for Weir. Down in the corner for Bottom. Looking into the post. Gets it into Smith on the baseline against Smith. Colton turnaround jump hook blocked by Jones, but the loose ball grabbed by Weir right in front of the rim, and he lays it in. 35-24, Weir's got 6. Mitchell with the lead. Shot clock, less than a second differential. 25 on it. And the Bobcats can essentially hold for 1 here. Hines in the circle, dribbling out top. 10 on the game clock. Hines gets a pick. Dribbles to the top of the key now from the right wing. Picks it up, tried to bounce it in the post, gets it swept away. Gets it back to Jones. After regaining possession, he gets it to Jones. Turnaround jump hook is good for Jones right in front of the rim. He's got 4, and it's a 9-point game at the end of the third quarter. 35-26. Mitchell with the lead. It'll be the Kernels' ball to start the fourth quarter when we come back in 60 seconds. Bobcats basketball. Powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
Being a teenager is tough. There's the constant pressure to be liked.
Endless worrying about college.
Cyberbullying, high expectations, all the negativity.
There's no question. Being a teenager is tough. And what do South Dakota's teens do when they want to block out the noise and clear their heads?
We play!
Research shows that teenagers who participate in high school sports have lower stress levels, more confidence, and greater self-esteem. And then there's the biggest benefit of all.
High school sports are fun.
Not just fun.
They're a lot of fun.
Encourage your teenagers to participate in a sport or activity when they go to high school. They'll stress less and smile more. And they'll be laying the foundation for a happier, healthier future.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
And the ball, right corner, Weir. Goes top of the key, Rammel, left wing, Skinner. Skinner dribbles to the free throw line, kicks it in the corner for Weir to Rammel. Left wing now Smith. Smith in the post for Shelsky. Dribble, shovels it off for Weir. Too strong on the layup. Rebound is fought away from Smith by Tetzloff. Tetzloff from a knee, scoops it to Lease. Mitchell wanted to travel, don't get it. Lease on the left wing, backs off now and will start the offense. Lease dribbling in the backcourt, gets bodied up. That's going to be 2, or rather 4 on Weir. I was looking at the wrong line. It's going to be 4 on Weir. First of the quarter for Mitchell. Coach Kreutzfeldt standing there looking a little dumbfounded. Quickly Lincoln Bottom up off the bench. He'll check in for Weir with those 4 fouls. Bobcats trailing by 9. They've trailed by as many as 21. That was at halftime, 30-9. Lease in the backcourt, starting the offense. Gets a pick from Tetzloff, dribbles right wing, picks it up, goes top of the key for Bauer, left open from 3, hoists, no good, rebounded by Bottom, and he goes out ahead. Dangerous pass. Smith in the lane, takes it up. He's going to get the shot to go. It'll count, and it'll be a foul on the Bobcats. Noah Lease picks up the foul. That'll be his first. And Smith to the line, trying to finish off a 3-point play, extends the lead back to 11. Smith has 11 points and 12 rebounds for the double-double. Free throw no good. He's struggling from the free throw line tonight. Tetzloff grabs the board. Credit the Bobcats young players for coming in and providing a spark for this team. That was fun to watch. Right wing Bauer lobs it in for Tetzloff. Tetzloff under the hoop. Double teamed. Goes out in the corner. Bauer going to hoist another 3. This one goes. Big one for the Bobcats. That cuts it to 8. 37-29, approaching 6.5 to go here. Smith in the backcourt. Left side, Rammel goes to Bottom. Bottom goes in the backcourt for Skinner. Right side they go for Rammel. Rammel lobs it in for Shelsky. Shelsky kicks it into the corner for Skinner. Skinner dribbles, gets it tipped away, loose ball. Skinner regains it and goes left wing now. Bottom, pump fakes, dribbles to the elbow. Pump fakes again, goes to Shelsky. Almost lost it, picks it up. Turnaround shot over Tetzloff is good for Shelsky, the 6'6" sophomore. And it's back to a 10-point game, 39-29. By the way, with that last bucket, Bauer has 5 to match his jersey number. Tetzloff takes it in the lane, gets it tipped away. Bauer goes to the floor and picks it up, and he's going to be tied up. We're going to go to the arrow. It's in favor of Brookings. Nice hustle by Jace Bauer getting on the floor. It'll be Bobcats ball. Chance to cut into a 10-point lead here. They had it down to 9. Again, it's been as many as 21 here. Jones-Huntemer to inbound. Bounces it in the left corner for Bauer. Bauer drives baseline. Goes reverse layup, gets it blocked by Smith. Smith comes away with it. Up on the other end. And dribbling into traffic, gets it to Bottom in the backcourt. Now goes to right wing for Smith. Smith holds. He's going to cross over against Johnson. Johnson tried to swipe it away from behind. Smith gets to the bucket and lays it in. Bauer gets it into Johnson quickly across the timeline. Johnson holds, gets it back to Bauer. Right side for Lease to start the offense. Inside 5.5 to play. Right elbow, 16-foot pull-up for Jones-Huntemer, no good. Tetzloff, the offensive board. Dribbles, spins, and the lay-in is good as he got by Shelsky with the spin move. Tetzloff cuts it to 10. He's got 4. Smith by backing down Jones-Huntemer, and Huntemer gets called for the foul, doesn't like the call, and I think, again, he has an argument. He's kind of stood there and took the contact. He's going to pick up his 3rd, though. And to the line for a couple goes Colton Smith. The Bobcats can't feel too badly about this as he has struggled from there tonight. He is 3 of 10 from the free throw stripe on the night, just 30%. And he hits that one. Back to an 11-point game. Gavin Smith checks in. Sitting down Jace Bauer for the Bobcats. 5:04 to go here. I want to say thanks to Anderson Insurance for being a sponsor of high school sports here. Second free throw for Smith is good. He hits them both here. He's now 5 of 12 on the night from the line. 15 points, 13 boards for Colton Smith. Gavin Smith down the left side of the lane, picks it up, goes top of the key, just off to the left side. 3 for Hunnemer, no good. Rebounded by Colton Smith. He'll let it clear, now gives it off. Right side, across the timeline goes Rammel, back to Smith near the bottom of the circle. And Smith will dribble right wing, hands off for Bottom. Passes in the backcourt for Skinner. Left wing pass, Rammel. Back top of the key for Skinner. Dribbles in, kicks it in the corner. Smith for 3, knocks it down. Back to 15, the lead for Mitchell. 4:25 to go. Pass in the backcourt for Hunnemer. Had to try to save it from being over and back, and he can't as it's a bad pass from Lease. And it's another turnover. Twelfth turnover for Brookings. Done a good job in the second half, keeping those lower. Just 4 here in the second half. The Kernels didn't have any at halftime. They've got 6 here in the second half. Right elbow, Smith, jab, steps, dribbles, spins, kicks it in the corner as he drew the defender. 3 for Bottom is good. Just like that, it's back to an 18-point lead as Mitchell heats up from downtown. Left wing Lease, thought about the 3, hangs onto it, goes top of the key for Smith. Right wing swing to Johnson in the corner for Hunnemer. His entry pass is tipped out of bounds. 2 Mitchell players there as he was double teamed. Far sideline, Jones, Hunnemer to inbound, gets it in for Lease. Inside 4 to play, lead back to 18. Bobcats had it down to 9. Hunnemer passes left wing for Smith. Smith dribbles, picks it up, goes to Johnson, top of the key. Left wing pass for Lease. Lost it, regains it, pump fakes, gets by Rammel all the way to the bucket, takes it up strong, no good. Rebound by Tetzloff, and he's fouled on the way up. He'll go to the line to shoot a couple, and if that's on Shelsky, that's 5. And it is going to be, he'll foul out with 2 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist. So Shelsky will have to sit the rest of this one out. 3:37 to go. I want to say thanks to Brookings School District for being a sponsor here. Luke LeBrun will check in. Again, Owen Shelsky fouls out. The 6'6 sophomore, number 40, the center. Tetzloff to the stripe. He's got 4 points, 8 rebounds, and an assist. And that's pretty impressive that he's been able to accrue those numbers with the amount of minutes he's played, which hasn't been many. 14, just over 14 minutes. Free throws no good for Bergen Tetzloff. It remains an 18-point game, 49-31. Tetzloff, a 50% free throw shooter on the year, averages just over 12.5 points per game. And his shooting percentage, 68% from the field on the year, misses both free throws. Colton Smith gets the rebound, lets it clear, gives off for Rammel. Rammel across the timeline, guarded by Lease. Dribbles, hands off for Skinner. Skinner dribbles, hands off now for Bottom as they weave out top. Pass in the backcourt to Rammel, left wing pass for LeBrun. LeBrun goes to Smith, top of the key. Smith against Smith, dribbles in, kicks it in the corner for Rammel, back out top of the key for Skinner. Skinner down the right side of the lane, all the way to the bucket, scoops it up and gets it to rattle in. Aggressive take to the bucket by Skinner and got it to go. He's got 5. 51-31, back to a 20-point lead. Quickly on the other end, Tetzloff. Turnaround jumper in the lane, gets it to go.
Scoring the Bobcats, number 25,
Tetzloff has 6. Timeout on the floor by the Bobcats. We'll take it with them. It's a full timeout. We'll take 30 of it. 51-33, Mitchell will lead the ball. 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter when we come back in 30 seconds. Bobcats basketball, powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.
How do you define strength? Is it physical? Or is it mental? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's whatever empowers a person to dig deeper, fight harder, and overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. Discover how much stronger and more confident your children can be. Encourage them to participate in a sport when they go to high school.
This message presented by the South Dakota High School Activities Association and the South Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Bobcats basketball on the Brookings Radio Sports Network. Want to say thanks to Stony Brook Sweets for being a sponsor of high school sports here. Out of the timeout, Mitchell ball. They lead 51-33. Bobcats had it down to 9. Mitchell heated up from downtown, hit a few threes. Got it back out to 20 quickly. Now back down to 18. Bobcats going to show some full court pressure here. Rammel will inbound. He's going to get it into Bottom. Bottom, dribbles, right side, back to Skinner. Skinner dribbles, goes across the timeline for Rammel in traffic. Rammel lets it clear, gives off for Skinner to start the offense. 2:45 to go. Skinner dribbles left wing, goes to the elbow for Smith. In the backcourt now for Bottom. Bottom dribbles, hands off for Skinner. Skinner straight away, dribbles now right elbow, kicks in the corner for Weir. Weir dribbles to the elbow, bounces it left corner for Skinner. Going to put up a three off the side of the backboard. Grabbed by Johnson on the rebound, up ahead to Jones. Hunnemer dribbles behind the back, he'll be fouled. It's going to go against Bottom, that'll be his second. The second for Mitchell in the quarter as well. Bobcats ball on the far sideline. Jones Hunnemer will sit down, or will inbound rather. Lee sits down, Gavin Anderson back in. Hunnemer gets it inbound to Gavin Anderson. He'll start the offense. Anderson picks it up, goes left wing for Johnson, lobs it in for Tetzloff, who goes back door for Smith for an easy bucket. That's how you make him pay for a double team. Gavin Smith's first bucket. 51-35, 2:05 to go. Bottom, pass the right side for Skinner. Goes across the timeline for Rammel as they break the press. Rammel backs off near the bottom of the circle now to start things off. Inside 2 to play. Dribbles left wing, fake the handoff, keeps the dribble, goes in the lane now for Smith. He'll be fouled on the floor. I think that's going to be on Tetzloff. And if it is, that'll be 5. No, it's on Gavin Anderson. His third. Third for the Bobcats. You see Hayden Jones, Jennings Hunnemer, and Andrew Haig checking in. Sitting down, Jones, Hunnemer, Bergen Tetzloff, and Drew Johnson. 1:51 to go, 51-35, Mitchell with the lead. I want to say thanks to Century 21 Krogman and Company for being a sponsor here. Skinner gets it into Smith, below the left block, he dribbles against Smith, and an awkward little turning to his right-handed scoop shot, no good off the side of the rim. Haig on the other end quickly goes in the corner for Smith. Pump fakes, dribbles baseline. A runner goes from 10 for Smith. A couple quick buckets for Gavin Smith. He's got 4. He cuts it to 14. 90 seconds to play. Bottom in the backcourt goes left side for Rammel. Now left wing for number 34, Jackson Hartman into the game. To Smith. Left baseline, he goes right baseline with the pass for Bottom, who takes it in. He'll be fouled by Jennings Hunnemer. And that is going to be the second on Jennings Hunnemer. It's on the shot. So Bottom will go to the line for a couple.
Number 43, James Hunter, his second.
Lincoln Bottom. 17% free throw shooter on the year. Yikes. And he knocks that one down as though that number is wrong. Some more subs here. 1:14 to go. 52-37 the score. I want to say thanks to Kelly Odegaard, Best Choice Real Estate, for being a sponsor here. The Brookings Radio Sports Network. Kingston Schneider in for the Bobcats. 33 for the first time. Second free throw for Bottom is good. He rattled it in. Hines will start things off. 1:10 to play, 53-37. Hines dribbles right wing. Goes top of the key for Schneider. Left wing for Jones. Tried to go in the post for Jennings Hunnemer. It's tipped out of bounds right back at him. Out of bounds by Jackson Hartman. Stays with the Bobcats. Carter McCormick back in. Lincoln Bottom will sit down. Hines will inbound. Goes in the backcourt for Jones. Jones. Left wing for Schneider. Lobs it in for Jennings Hunnemer. Dribbles. Scoops it off for Jones. Jones, a jumper. Right baseline from about 7. Gets it to go. 53-39. Hayden Jones with 6. Right wing now Ebert looking to bounce it to the free throw line. He does. That is to number 10, Ethan Plamp. Right wing pass now for McCormick. Left wing, they go for Hartman. 30 seconds to play. We go to number 1, Kyson Herman. Now to Ebert. Now to Plamp at the free throw line. Dribbles down the right side of the lane. In trouble. Tried to bounce it in the lane for Hartman. It's off his hand, out of bounds on the far sideline. It goes back over to the Bobcats. 16.6 to go here. Gavin Foreman into the game for the first time, 6'1" junior, number 21. And also into the game for the first time is number 52, Shelsky. Right wing, Hines goes for Foreman. Left wing, Haig dribbles, pulls up from 18 feet on the wing. No good short. Rebound comes down at the buzzer for Ethan Plamp. That is going to do it. 53-49, going to be the final here. So the Bobcats fall to 0-6 on the year. And Mitchell improves to 5-3. Turnovers, not such a big deal for the Bobcats. They had 8 in the first half, just 4 in the second half, just 12 on the night. Only gave up 7. All those came in the second half for the Mitchell Kernels as well. We'll take a look at those final stats here in a moment. We'll do your post game. We'll hear from head coach of the Bobcats, Joe Fredrickson, when we get going here in the post game here in a little bit as well. And then we'll pick our players of the game. We didn't pick players of the game for the girls game yet either. We'll do that before closing up shop here from Brookings High School. Back in a few minutes here with your post game. Bobcats basketball powered by Brookings Auto Mall and presented by Cubby Sports Bar and Grill on the Brookings Radio Sports Network.